Hello, hello, hello. This is 94.3 Radio 1 One World, your station. My name is Ilahi. I'm your Commander-in-Chief from Delhi. This is not just a regular episode of Anime Junction. This is the Cosplay edition. And we have got somebody who is the man of the hour today. We've got Arvind R Menon, aka Cos Demon. Arvind, first of all, thank you so much for sparing a wonderful time with us. Yeah, I know, hectic schedule, a lot of things happening across the country. And of course, you are one of those guys who are the flag bearers when it comes to cosplaying in India. So I'm very excited to have you on the show. This is one of a kind show. This is first ever radio show when it comes to anime. But of course, we need to move things digitally as well because they say everything has moved to a digital platform. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, these are the things where all the Gen Zs apparently go. So we thought, why not introduce you to our audience as well? Well, for everyone out there who is watching this video, Arvind R Menon, he is actually a seasoned cosplayer. He has more than 7 years of experience when it comes to cosplaying. He is performance focused. He has a craftsmanship and VFX in his forte. And apparently he has collaborated with some leading entertainment and publishing brands, including my personal favorite, Shonen Jump and Viz Media. When you talk about the souvenirs that you hold so proudly on your shoulders, Arvind, of course, you are a title holder of PCH 2026 with multiple, competitive wins at the Bangalore Comic Con, where a lot of my friends actually pay a visit every single year. It's a ritual actually for us. And of course, you are based out of Tamil Nadu and you're originally from Kochi. So a lot of things are happening here, man. A Delhi boy talking to a boy who is based out of Tamil Nadu, who is originally from Kochi. Well, I can see actually a lot of things right behind you. I don't know whether it's going to be correct for me to say them as props, introduce them as props, but these are the things that you actually don while you do cosplay in a lot of competitions. And I believe these are the ones that you have made it on your own, right?
Yeah. All of these are mine, yes. All of these are made by me.
So, Arvind, every now and then we talk to our listeners, every now and then we talk to people who are associated with this anime franchise or, the anime world, the cosplay world. Of course, there are few things that comes in everyone's mind. And of course, we are laymen and you're the expert in this field. And this is the expert special. This is the cosplay edition. We really want to ask you before we start this interview, when you put on a cosplay and when you go out for competitions, what actually changes first for you? Your body language, your voice, or your mindset? Because apparently you're playing a character, right? So what actually changes for you in the first phase? Is it your body language? Is it your voice? Or is it your mindset?
Well, as it is, like there are so many cosplayers out there, right? So there would be different things that go on with everyone. For me, in particular, it's like a flip of a switch, actually, in a way where I'm like, okay, I am gonna be this guy. It just is like a millisecond of a switch, and then I just go into it, pretty much. So all of me changes, like my body language, my mannerisms, everything. I just become that. So yeah.
And it would be really unfair of me to not ask you how this actual journey started because you have been doing this for 7 years, man. For a lot of kids out there, they were not really, associated with this universe. They were not really introduced by their parents or by their siblings 7 years back. You are the one who is doing it for 7 years. And considering the fact that we live in India, of course, 7 years is a huge period of time. So how did the journey actually start?
Well, actually, it is funny you asked that because before I got into cosplay, I didn't know anything about cosplay actually, and this is also stressing on the fact that anyone can join cosplay. I want to say that very much so because when I started cosplay, I didn't know the difference between different glues. I didn't know what scissors to use for what. I didn't know the basic of basic, nothing. And what happened was when I joined my work at Amazon, I'm primarily a 3D artist as well. So,
All right.
yeah. When I joined in 2018, end of 2018, there was an event that was happening and like in the workplace. It was a costume ball kind of event, and they nominated me for it because they were like, "Okay, new guys, come on." Do whatever. And I didn't know had to do what to do exactly. They were like, do something. And I ended up doing all sorts of things like actually literally dumpster diving and getting into getting like an old mannequin head, carving that out into something like a mask, and also getting like old wigs and a mop kind of thing, brushing it out, doing it for like a day and like one night, and wearing old clothes, new clothes, inverted them out and things like that, old denims and things like that. I made a cosplay of Immortan Joe from Mad Max. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm also a musician, by the way. The thing is,
All right.
I like being on stage. I like performing. And I never thought that donning a costume would actually let me perform, just like how I do with music and everything else. So, and that I love that factor with my main thing with cosplay is performance. I love having it'll kind of sound conceited probably maybe, but I love having the audience in the palm of my hands. It's kind of like a drug in a way. That feeling I got that day in that competition, and ever since then, the next event I tried another cosplay, and I tried another cosplay, and 7 years down the line, here I am. So yeah.
Well, Arvind, it's surely a journey to be cherished, and surely a journey to be, flexed right in front of your friends. Because of course, I know a couple of my friends as well. And the moment I tell them that I am a radio jockey based out of Delhi, they say, "Hey," and they go out in their respective friend circle, the extended ones, and they say, "You know what? My friend is a radio jockey." So I'm really sure that your friends have also done the same. They have gone to their respective extended friend circle, said that, "Hey, I know Arvind, and he goes by the name Cos Demon, and apparently he's a great cosplay artist." So of course, a journey that needs to be cherished, because the amount of dedication, the amount of hard work, and the amount of sweat that you have put into this has surely paid off after 7 years, and you're one of the best cosplayers out there in the country. But Arvind, I really want to switch down to my next question, and this is actually going to be a little tough for you, because for cosplayers to pick up one particular character is something that is very difficult, right? Because I can actually see a lot of heads right behind you, so I'm really sure that this is going to be a very tough question for you. Arvind, what's that one character you haven't cosplayed yet, but you are basically waiting for it to earn it? Because apparently till the time you don't really connect with the character, you don't really feel like playing it, right? And that's what I've realized from this particular fraternity. A lot of my friends who are associated with this universe, they always say this thing: till the time we are not really connected with the character, we are not going to play it. Until the time we don't get a moment to earn that character, we are not going to play it. So what's that one character that you haven't cosplayed yet and you really want to do it, but you are actually waiting for the right time?
Well, this I would actually give a bit of a complicated answer, actually. There's actually two characters, but for two different reasons. One is a character from a game, Furion Stormrage, from World of Warcraft, actually. He is a character that I grew up on gaming, and World of Warcraft was my thing back in the day. I don't have the time to play it anymore, sadly, but then again, yeah. So I want to basically do that when I'm ready, because you see the lot of things over here, right? Different set of skills for different set of things, right? I don't think I've had enough of a skill development to do that character yet. That is one. And the fact that I want to do it at his best. That is, every cosplayer wants to represent their character because they love the character, correct? So they want to do it as best as they can. So that is one. The other one is a cosplay that I've already done, which I want to redo and make it better. It was it was my first armor build, like the first time I ever donned working with foam, EVA foam and everything else of that nature, was Guts from Berserk. Actually, I did the Berserk armor version of him, and then I had fun. And it was crazy of me to do that as my first armor build. That is another thing. But then again, I learned a lot, and I am happy for that. But I want to do it a lot better than I did before. So that is another thing that I'm waiting. I probably might do it in another 2-3 years, maybe. But yeah, these are the two characters, I could say.
Well, Arvind, I'm sure that whenever you go out for competitions, whenever you go out for Comic Cons, for that matter, when people actually see you on stage, or while you're walking down that particular aisle, cosplay looks really glamorous, right? And cosplayer only knows why it's looking so glamorous. Apparently, there is a lot of hard work, sweat, and dedication that has finally paid off, and you're walking down that aisle. But what's the toughest part that people never see that goes behind the scenes? Because I'm sure the moment it's being announced that this competition is happening in this part of the country and you have to be a part of it, of course, preparation starts. So, what's that toughest part that you believe people never get to see that goes behind the scenes for all the cosplayers out there?
Well, this is something that I would say is something that is not mentioned a lot and also not said, and other than within cosplay circles. I would say you would have at least a million breakdowns in between whether you want to do the character or not through the process of it, because there'll be so many setbacks, so many hardships that we'd be facing. For example, something that we planned for 6 months might take us 6 years to do. You never know. Like,
Mm.
it depends on that. And when you make that initial deadline and then it stretches for that long, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you. You think, okay, every single day, am I going to finish this? How long is it going to take? Why am I taking this long? Is it because I'm
Mm.
not skilled enough? Is it because of other factors? All these thoughts, it's basically like I should not say it's like a torture. It's basically something that tests us. So
Mm.
at the end of it, when we reach it, right, when we actually complete the costume, it makes it worth that while, because we've struggled through all of that hardship, right? So that is something I think is not shun upon, and I think should be talked about. Because every single cosplayer, whether they be doing something small or whether be doing something like 9 foot tall, say 10 foot tall, or whatever it may be, it's the same process.
Mm.
You go through a process, you get a setbacks, you are like, okay, why am I doing this at the end of the day? That's when you think, okay, it is because I love the character, or it is because I want to show, or it could be a various reasons, but every cosplayer has that one driving reason or like a few driving reasons that push them and they finish it. So yeah.
Yes. So Arvind, I mean, I know it's been a journey of good 7 years, but apparently, back in the head, I'm sure it's more than a decade because consciously, subconsciously, everyone feels that, oh, this is something that I can do. This is something that triggers my interest. But after doing it for 7 years, I'm sure that you go to a lot of different venues, you go to a lot of conventions, you go to different comic cons. There are new audiences whom you interact with. There are new people whom you meet every now and then. So what's that one thing that someone watches you for the first time when you are cosplaying? What do you think they actually feel about your cosplaying? Whether it's the nostalgia, whether it's the relatability, or whether it's a some sort of a connection. What's that one feel that you think people actually admire the most about your cosplaying skills?
Well, I would say two things. One, yeah, I pride myself on I think I mean, as I mentioned, I love performing. So I try to make my costumes as mobile as possible because I want to be as comfortable in it as possible, which some might not focus on. Some might focus on the aspect of having it like an artwork. That is to their own. I mean, they do. But for me, I focus, even if the art form kind of slightly deviates a bit, I would like it more comfortable on me. So that
Hmm.
aspect of making it comfortable for me and making me seem like most people think I look very organic when I wear it. It doesn't look like a costume, it looks like a part of me. So that is something that I've gotten a very good comment for in that regard. That and my attention to detail in regards. One thing that I fixate on, I would say, is uh, thousands of other details that no one will even recognize, but I will, because I will feel like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to show this. That aspect, that also sometimes, but most of the time it's the fact that it looks like I'm not wearing the costume is wearing me in that way.
Obviously a man of culture, making sure that their every minute details are not just compromised but they are beautifully displayed. And I'm sure you're a man who goes by the fact that everything needs to be structurally well enough, they need to be thoroughly planned, and this is how you do your cosplaying. Time now, Arvind, to do a bit of a rapid fire with you as well, because what's the point of not putting you in a very uncomfortable spot at this point of time. Of course, right behind those masks and everything, you tend to be all, you feel all superheroish. But this time around, the mask is off. There is no overthinking. There is no over polishing of the answers. And we really want to make you as uncomfortable and as candid as possible with our questions. So, first question, comfort or accuracy? What is that one thing that you look out for? Comfort or accuracy?
Comfort more than accuracy.
All right. Wig glue or safety pins?
Glue. I'd go with glue any day.
Anime or gaming cosplay?
That actually I'm very neutral with. I cannot choose between the two because I've grown up with games and I also love anime, so I don't think I could choose, sadly.
All right. I know the answer for this, but still, we'll throw it in the pit for you. Handmade or bot base?
Handmade.
Armor or flowing outfit?
Actually, it's a combination of the two because of the fact that I love mobility. So I would not go full armor, neither would I go full that either. So it's a combination. I love how it comes together.
Instagram reels or stage walk?
Stage walk, any day. Stage walk. I would get on a stage, forsake every single reel opportunity whatsoever. I don't care. If there is no cameras on me, I don't care. As long as I can get on stage, that is fine with me.
All right. Heat proof or aesthetic sacrifice?
Heat proof.
Crowd reaction or creator validation?
Crowd reaction.
All right. One day build or month long perfection?
This I will stress so much month-long perfection because I've gone through the one-day builds and I do not want to do them anymore. So yeah, I would go for the long run.
All right. Repeat a legendary cosplay character or debut a risky new one?
I would do the same one again because I'd rather not risk it. I would want it to be perfect before going on stage. So yeah, I've had setbacks in the past. So yeah.
All right. Most overrated cosplay trend right now, according to you?
Well, I would say doing big things. Honestly, just the bigger the better. I don't comply with that. No.
One cosplay you'd never attempt, no matter how much money is being put down on the table?
Okay, that is a very tricky question. I would say, okay, this is a very tricky question, but there is one character that I've always wanted to do, but I don't think I'll ever do it. It's the Lich King from World of Warcraft.
And our final question, of course, and this is a very generic one, but there is a lot of debate that happens on social media and on Reddits and on different forums for this. The New Age DC universe or the Marvel universe?
Okay, that's a very uncomfortable question. Okay, since I am a comic head as well as that, oh man, with the comics I would go with more DC, but with the movieverse and the shows, I think I'd go Marvel more. So I don't know. I think Marvel, I guess. Probably, yeah.
Marvel it is. Thank you so much, Arvind, for sparing a wonderful time with us. I know that, these were the conversations that were long pending. These were long due conversations that were pending. But I'm glad that you took out time from your schedule and, you're not just a corporate employee, but apparently you're somebody who is making a mark in the creative world as well, not just on your work table, but also on stage. So thank you so much for sparing your wonderful time with us. And I'm sure that we are going to meet really soon, not just on like a 15-inch screen or like a 6-inch screen, but we are definitely going to meet sometime really soon. But I'm really glad that you became a part of the cosplay edition of the Anime Junction with us. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And before we wrap up, of course, for all the viewers out there, for everyone who's going to listen to this interview on radio as well, what's that one piece of advice that you want to give out for all the budding cosplayers and people who are associated with this universe?
Well, honestly speaking, just like how it's been like 7 years, I would say I started from nothing, correct? There were other cosplayers, senior cosplayers. There's so many, like I'm not the best cosplayer at all. Like, there are so many awesome cosplayers out there, be it in India or out of India, all of that. They're always ready to help you. So whenever people think about cosplay, they're like, oh, okay, you're dressing up, you're going on stage. They'd be shy or they'd not know where to start. ask the cosplayers. They are ready. Like they will always be there to help you. And even if they're not able to physically help you, they can advise you, okay, do this, do that. You can probably do this. You can probably do that. They're all friendly. Almost every cosplayer is, they would love to geek out about their cosplay. If you ask them about how they did the cosplay, they would go page on page. They even the same thing. So yeah, in that regard, getting advice from cosplayers and getting guidance, you can always do. So do not be afraid to ask. That is one of my biggest and most burning advices I would give to a new cosplayer. Do not hesitate to ask and try to be as open as possible, because we were there. We know how it feels. So we would love to help you rather than to put you down. So yeah, that is what I would say to any new cosplayer that is coming up.
And before we say goodbye to you, it would be really, it would be an honor for me to ask you your social media handle, so that people who actually watches this interview, they go on those social media websites, they go all on those social media platforms, follow you, like, share, comment, and subscribe to your content. So please pour it down.
Yes, it's Cosdemon, COSDEMON _ AKAI on Instagram. That's my handle, and you'll find all of my cosplay stuff, including me wearing these things as well and doing all sorts of nonsense and attending cons and all of that. So yeah, you'll catch me there.
We have got Arvind with us, and Arvind, thank you so much. You've been honest. You've been as candid as possible. I know there were some uncomfortable spots during the interview, but I'm glad we could do this, and I'm sure that the people who are going to hear us, the people who are going to watch this interview, will surely have a lot to a lot to learn from you. They will be inspired, of course, because you are just not doing one particular thing. You are juggling two different lives, and the amalgamation of those two lives is so beautifully churning out in such a way that it's commendable. It needs to be appreciated, and it needs to be celebrated. So thank you so much for sparing a wonderful time with us on 94.3 Radio 1, and I wish you all the best for the upcoming conventions and all the Comic Cons that you're going to attend and all the functions that you're going to be part of. And if you take orders for birthday parties, please let me know. At least for my wedding, please come as a cosplayer. I will make sure that I'll give you a grand entry, more grandeur than mine as a groom. But thank you so much, Arvind. It's been an absolute honor to have you.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
So this was Anime Junction's latest episode, the Cosplay edition, where we are getting cosplayers and we are having a bit of a chit chat with them. So all you got to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you tuned in every weekend, because we are going to get some interesting people on the podium with us, and they are going to celebrate their stories, they are going to celebrate their journeys, and of course we are going to hold their hands so politely that they don't feel like they are out of the place. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is me, Ilahi, signing off.
One world, your station.